Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Oscar, and if you're new here, I talk about anything that has to do with investing, the stock market, and overall wealth building. Today, I will share with you how much money I got paid in dividends from 4 different companies. I will briefly go over what is a dividend and why they're so great. Then I will take you straight to my actual portfolio where you would see exactly how much money I made this month off of dividends, and what my opinion is about these companies and what I plan to do for the upcoming year in regards to them. And lastly, I will show you a graph where I have been tracking my dividend income for the past 2.5 years, which perfectly illustrates the power of compounding and that it's all about time in the market rather than timing the market. You're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video to be able to check out this graph, because I believe it's gonna bring you a ton of value and it's gonna perfectly illustrate the power of compounding interest. As always, guys, if you like this type of content and want to stay up to date with my portfolio or anything that has to do with the stock market, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below to stay notified of any upcoming news. So in case you're not familiar with dividends, a dividend is a payment a company makes to its shareholders. Basically, it is a way for companies to share their profits directly with their shareholders. You can then do whatever you want with that money. You can either cash it out and spend it on clothes, shoes, or whatever, or you could also reinvest that money back into the company or any other company of your choice so that the next time around, your dividend payout will be larger than the previous one. This is the compounding effect or the snowball effect, and it's an absolute beautiful thing, especially when your dividend payments become so large that you pretty much don't have to work anymore and can live off of that residual income. Most companies pay out dividends quarterly, so pretty much 4 times per year. Others pay out monthly, and other types of investments like bonds usually pay out semi-annually. My goal for this portfolio is to find and invest in companies so that the outcome is that I get paid dividends every single month of the year. Okay, now that you have a little bit of context on what dividends are and how they work, let's take a look at my live portfolio so you can see which companies paid me and exactly how much each of them paid me this month. Okay, so this is my actual portfolio. This is real money that I have been depositing for the past 2.5 years, and it's been super fun learning about investing and watching my money grow throughout this journey. And I definitely can't wait to see how it's gonna perform in the future. So for a quick update, if we go to the 1 month chart, and go to December 6th, which was the date that I released my first video sharing with everybody what the holdings were on this exact portfolio. My account was worth $6,600 more or less, and ever since then it has shot up like crazy all the way to what it is now, $7,114. Main reason for this is because my Tesla position has just been going crazy ever since October, when they released their third quarter earnings, and they showed that they had actually sold a record number of cars and exceeded all expectations from Wall Street. Nonetheless, it's a beautiful thing to have your money working for you rather than you working for money. And as you know, some of those gains have come in the form of dividends. And if we go to our activity tab and just filter for only dividends, you will see that starting December 6th is when I first got my first dividend of the month. It was Boeing with $3.63. On the 13th, Realty Income paid me 89 cents. On the 16th, Next Era Energy paid me 50 cents. And lastly, on the 17th, Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF paid me $9.75. which comes out to a total of $14.77. So in the month of December, I got paid $14.77. It's definitely not a lot of money, but that's money I did not have to work for, and I'm totally okay with that. That is definitely true passive income right there. And I ended up using that money to buy more of Realty Income Corporation, since I'm actually down at the moment in that position. So that's kind of my strategy. I usually buy when there's a dip, so I'm not overpaying or paying at an above value for companies. I basically invested with house money at that point, which I can't get over how cool that is. Now let's take a look at the dividend history of each of the companies that have paid me in December, starting with Boeing. In case you're not familiar with Boeing, they pretty much build commercial planes and provide defense equipment according to their company profile. You can see that for the past 10 years, Boeing has been increasing their dividend every single year, and which is one of the factors that I look for when I look to invest in a company. I want to be able to see that companies have a track record of increasing their dividends every single year, as well as always paying their dividends and not skipping a quarter or a year or something like that. I am, however, keeping a close eye on Boeing because they're going through some trouble with the halt of the production of their 747 jet because of their recent plane crash that unfortunately killed people. They recently fired their CEO for the lack of handling of the situation appropriately, and in the latest, their attorney decided to retire amidst of this whole deal. Needless to say, Boeing has some work to do in order to regain consumer confidence and to ensure that something like this never happens again, because a lot of people did die because of this, and it's just not a good look for the company. If they do end up cutting their dividend because of something like this, they did have to stop producing the 747, which is their most popular plane, commercial plane, then it's gonna hurt their profits. And if it hurts their profits, they may need to cut their dividends in order to save some money. If they end up doing that, I'm gonna sell out of the company, because then the company is not helping me achieve my goal of producing a constant monthly income stream, which is my goal with this portfolio. Okay, the next company I'm super excited for because I recently opened up the position in Realty Income Corporation because I needed exposure to the real estate industry. The other main reason I decided to invest in this company is because they pay dividends on a monthly basis. This ensures that I get paid every single month, which helps my goal, as mentioned before, of creating a monthly income stream. As you can see from their track record, it shows that they have increased their dividends every year for over 20 years. I ended up using the dividends I got this month to purchase more of this company, as I'm currently down 8 or 9%, as you saw when I showed you my portfolio. And for the next couple months, I will continue to add to this company so I can get paid a nice amount in the future. Definitely looking forward to this one. Okay, so the next one is the Schwab Dividend ETF Dividend History Graph. This is basically a fund that has positions in several companies. What I like about this fund is that it focuses on companies that show a track record of consistently paying and increasing their dividends over the years. This fund has positions in companies like PepsiCo, Home Depot, and many others. It is also a great way to add some diversification to my portfolio. This is the one that paid me the most amount of money, but that's probably because it's my third largest position and one of the ones I've held the longest. You're probably starting to see the trend that all these companies have an excellent track record of increasing their dividends over time. Just a little insight as to some of the things I look for when deciding to invest in a company. Okay, and the last one is NextEra Energy that paid me a whopping 50 cents this quarter. But regardless, they still have a nice record of increasing and paying out dividends over time. And NextEra is a clean energy company based out of Florida and has been on a tear ever since I bought it like a year ago. I'm excited to see how they grow in the future, as I believe the future is in clean energy and this company seems to be one of the leaders in the industry. Now that I have showed you the companies that have paid me dividends in the past month, I want to show you how my dividends have been performing over the past 2.5 years, which will paint a better picture of what's to happen in the future. So here is my income dividend graph on a month-to-month basis, starting all the way from June 2017. All the way to now, December 2019. On the x-axis, we have the dates, and on the y-axis, we have the money values. And you can see when I first started, first couple months, I didn't get paid anything. It wasn't until, September 2017, I got 1 penny. And, for the first couple months, I was getting little chump change here and there. And if we add up the whole first year and a half, I got paid a total of $20.52. I got that 20 right here. But if we look at what happened after that, which is just 2019, I was paid in dividends $75.37, the 75 right here. So that's over three times the amount I got paid in the first year and a half in less time. There have been months, as you can see here, where the dividend is 0, 0, 0, 0. But that should change now that I have opened up a position in Realty Income Corporation, which will allow for the snowball effect to be bigger and faster in 2020. You can see by the trend here that the exponential effect is happening, and it's only going to get larger and larger as long as I stick with my strategy, which I have no intentions of getting away from. If you made it this far into the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope this video brought a ton of value to you as I shared with you the companies that paid me dividends and exactly how much they paid me. I hope you got to learn a little bit about what dividends are, how they work, and how the compounding effect is super important when building wealth through dividend investing. Thanks again for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next time.